The advice presented in this broadcast is intended for entertainment purposes only. It should be assumed that the panelists are not experts in any topic that may arise. Yes, including that one. Be advised at your own risk.
Oh, hello there, friends. Welcome back for another questionable advice on a Thursday evening. It's very nice to see you. That's definitely last week's thing, but that's okay.
Oh, yeah, I did everybody else's except for yours.
I'm still very anti-turning right on a red light, by the way. But that's for another time. So tonight our topic is all about romance. So if you need advice tonight, if you're looking for love, looking to keep love, looking to shake some off your tail, we've got you tonight. This is clearly a topic that I am not equipped to give anyone advice on, but lucky for you, I brought some friends. Because what's going to happen is you can go ahead and tell us in the comments what kind of romance-related topics you need advice on. I also got some from Facebook from earlier today and yesterday, so we'll kick off a couple of those as well. And our panelists are going to give you some really great advice. And then they're going to give you some other advice, which may be less so. But here's my awesome friends that have joined us tonight. We have Josh, Michelle, and Kacie. All of these lovely people are much better equipped at giving you some advice on romance. And we have Brian today on the tech. He's going to be doing all of our comments and letting you know what's going on.
Like I do. There we go. Oh, you already have questions coming in. Oh, shit. Oh.
Okay.
I know. Roy Dunk says she liked my TikToks today. I'm not going to lie. I was just looking at my comments on there. Okay, I'm good. It's all you. It's your show. I'm just here.
Brian, what are you, 18?
Yes, I am. I enjoy the TikTok.
Do you know any of the, dances yet?
No, this is not about me. I'm turning myself off. This is the advice show.
Okay. So to kick it off, let's do something easy. Kareen put in the comments on the Facebook post, what is the best first date location?
Well, I can give you guys some real advice.
Yes.
I thought to myself, what's a great way to get to know somebody and do something that's, intimate, but not necessarily sexual in any way. So one of the first things that I did with my wife, who wasn't my wife when we first went on a date, obviously, was we went to Barnes & Noble. I don't know if you can still go there now. I think you can as long as you're wearing a mask. But I purchased some coloring books there and some crayons. And I thought, hey, why don't we just color together? And I thought that was a great way for us to get to kind of know each other and do something with our hands. And I thought it was a great first date experience. And she obviously did too, because she's my wife now.
Yeah.
Aww.
Yeah.
So speaking of perusing things and thinking about your experiences, I think you should really go to the thrift store, because that way you can relive old garments just as you relive old relationships, and you can talk about all the things you've let go of, and maybe it could metaphorically show that you're done with the emotional baggage of the past, and so you're ready for someone else's new hand-me-downs.
Yeah. I love that, Kacie. I do think every piece of clothing is an allegory to something in your life. But I just have to say, I think that one of the best places to go on a first date has to be a roller rink. It's active. You don't have to worry about smelling anyway because it just smells funky. Get that out of the way early. You can tell if they're on their feet, they're agile. You can put an elbow in there every now and then if you're not liking the date. So, and you know, you're supporting a dying business. We need to support roller rinks.
Michelle, did you say that you would throw an elbow?
I mean, if they're talking about themselves only and not open to like a open communication, a dialogue, or getting to know me at all, I wouldn't.
Like
No, violence is not the answer.
Is it like a roller rink, or is it like a roller derby?
I think they have roller derby night at roller rinks. I mean, where do roller derby teams practice, right? Probably at a roller rink.
I like that idea of like, you know, getting to some little smells that maybe aren't comfortable, and maybe some activities that are less comfortable, because you want to know, right, if you're going to be able to be with this person in good times and bad times. So I'm thinking like the meat, like the sausage making plant is probably the best place to go, right? Because then you can see how many gross smells they can handle. Can they handle looking at innards? Like maybe you need them to cook things or watch scary movies with you. And, you know, maybe they'll give you free sausage samples at the end, and you always want to know how well your partner can handle a sausage. So, you know, like, I think that's my personal favorite.
Hey.
Okay.
That's good.
Yeah.
I mean, who doesn't love charcuterie, right?
Exactly.
Very trendy.
And when it's fresh, all the better.
Mm. Did I make Michelle's picture smaller? I think I did.
I think
Yeah, sorry.
Fine.
You want to see that lovely face of yours?
Oh, do you want me to come in?
I was talking to Michelle's,
Oh.
but you're too. I mean, you're all very lovely today,
Ryan's
and
like,
always.
hey, did you know that I started a TikTok channel today? Just in case you weren't aware. I started a TikTok channel.
I wanted to start one for the comedy spot. I thought it would be fun to do weird shit. So, and since I'm here most of the time, I thought, well, shit, I'll just do weird shit by myself until more people come around. So, anyway, blah, blah, blah.
Okay,
Josh,
let's see what we got in the comments.
real quick tech note before we move on. Josh, when you move away from your computer, we lose your audio a little bit.
Oh,
So
you
I
cut
would
it-
stay.
cut out?
Yeah, I would stay a little close to your computer.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Just I would be very just stay loud, I guess is
Yeah.
yeah.
That's me. That's always me.
Okay.
Loud,
All right.
loud.
Very good. Would you like some questions now? I'm
Yes,
sorry.
please. That'd
got
be
it.
great. Thank you, Brian.
Yeah. Okay, question. What's a red flag that I should look out for? A red flag that I should look out for.
off the top of my head, when you talk about red flags.
Wait, Kacie, I'm going to read a couple of these, and I think
Yeah.
Dayna, you'll pick, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Sorry?
I was just ready to play about red flags.
Oh, we'll definitely come back to this one.
Because red flags and green flags, very important.
What is? Josh's image just went out. That's okay. He'll be back. I have confidence. Question: what is a nice gift to give? Yeah, see, I told you. He's back. Boom. What is a nice gift to give besides flowers? Let's see. My guy is Polly. How would you handle a third person in your relationship? How can I be sure my date is? Wait a minute. How can I be sure my date is hot if they're always wearing a mask? Who knows? Let's see. And those are all the questions I have so far. Maybe something at the bottom.
Okay.
Yeah. Setting concrete forms is a great first date. That's from Joe. Did Joe take you and was like, let's go do some construction?
No, our first date was an epic New Year's, and I spilled red wine on Chris's carpet within about 10 minutes of it starting. Because she's a New Year's Eve baby.
Uh-huh.
So I was deep cleaning her carpet for the beginning of our first date.
Oh.
And then eventually we went to the Merc and then to a taqueria. So, it ended really classy.
Was that taqueria Cheetahs?
It's the one that as you take the 16th Street exit, it's like open 24 hours.
Oh,
It's like
La
a
Granada.
Girl, I feel like it starts with a G.
Yeah, La Granada.
Thank you. That's the name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That place is
Explosive
perfect
first
for.
date.
Yeah. It's perfect for. It's perfect for eating after drinking. That's all it's good for.
That's what happened.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. So let's Casey was really excited about that red flags question. Let's talk about some red flags.
So first with red flags, you want to look for. Well, yes, it does. Your first kiss with the man who becomes your husband happens outside of La Granada. Be happy for me. I'm sorry. Anywho, so with red flags, you want to look for patterns that you would not find sustainable, adorable, enduring, charming, healthy, long-term. So those idiosyncrasies right now that you go, well, that's peculiar. If they maintain that behavior, which they will forever, are you going to hate it? Also, with that pattern making, what's the common denominator in their stories? Is it alcohol? Are you okay with that? Is it all my exes are crazy? No, it's not, honey. It's them. So look for the common denominators and the patterns and decide if you want to align with those patterns or if they run contrary to your patterns and you don't want to compromise.
Yeah.
That's great, Kacie.
Thank you.
I so agree. You want to stick to patterns. You could even color code the patterns with different Post-it notes and put it on a board and calculate and track all of the flags and decide what flags are green flags like you like, what flags are pink, hot pink or yellow flags you're not sure about, what flags are red flags, and then bring it all together and see what comes of it. Like if you have more red Post-its than pink Post-its, it's probably time to get a new whiteboard.
So when I look for red flags, I look for like literal red flags, more specifically like sports team logo flags, because you don't want to date someone that supports any team that has red in their colors, because from my experience with sports, which is a lot because I love so much sports, that like those are all bad teams, whether they're bad like at the skills or the like notoriety. No red teams, go not red teams.
And like the red flags too, you don't want to end up with a Home Depot enthusiast. Like the red flags they have to put on the back of their vehicle. Spend every goddamn weekend in Home Depot, and it's a cement floor, and there are no churros, there is no Costco hot dog. If they have red flags because they're always at Home Depot, bye.
I'm gonna respectfully dissent if I could here, guys. And I think what makes relationships spicy, what evokes the passion, if you will, is someone that just kind of knocks you off your feet in ways that you weren't looking. It's the old adage, opposites attract. So I say look for as many red flags as possible. In fact, seek them out, because just grading things that you don't like, you don't love, that's just the spice of life,
Totally. And I want to add,
flags, what I'm saying, and embrace the flags.
yeah, definitely. Unless you're a bull, I would say deal with some red flags, but if you're a bull, that's just a deal breaker and dangerous.
Okay.
And then if they're flying that Les Mis flag at the end and they just randomly bust into Broadway songs, they're probably going to die very soon. So don't get excited.
I wasn't expecting that.
That might be a good thing or a bad thing, depending on what you're looking for.
That's true. If you just want to hook up and they're doing the Les Mis flag, one day more, baby. One lay more. Have a good time.
I'm going to be honest. I would hook up with anybody that purposely started flying a flag while that song was playing. That's one of my favorite musicals of all time. So I'd be like, you're going to die, but let's do this before you do. I'm agreeing with you, Kacie. I think it's wonderful advice. I'm down.
Okay, so I'm going to go with a topic that Evan gave us a bunch of great topics on our Facebook post. One of them is, can we get some advice on when, how, where, it, and if to make a move? What is your making a move of advice?
I'll just say right off the bat that I'm terrible at that. Like, I'm even like the type of person that even like when we do like improv and stuff, like the pattern literally needs to be like told to me before I can actually like play the game with everyone else. So you know what? I would say in this day and age, you know, no one likes someone that just kind of has to guess. Maybe just ask. You know, hey, is it time? Should we kiss? I would like to kiss you. If you don't want that, cool. I won't kiss you. I think just using common sense.
You know what might be a low stakes into that is you guys could play chess, or if chess is too hard, play checkers, and so you're already taking turns making moves, and then you could be really smooth and say, may I make a different move using my lips against yours? And if they say, oh, no, thank you, or they pause, the answer is no.
Yeah, I'm definitely for like the bold, but I would like to give some advice on like the timing. So this is the approach that I've taken like 3 out of 4 times, and it works. So what you need to do, right, is you need to wait until one or both of you are about to leave town forever, right? Because if you've ever been, like if you're like me, you're gonna get rejected, like no matter what you do. So you don't want to have to like see that person around town after you make a move, because you're gonna be embarrassed, right? And it's not gonna be good timing every time a global pandemic shows up, and then like you can't see that person around town for a long time anyway. So you should really time it so that like when it doesn't work out, you don't have to see them anymore.
Yeah, like just like sign up for the draft right before you want to make your big move. That way you can ship out, you know, and it doesn't work out.
Or, you know, going with Dana's idea, if they're going to leave and the world is going to change, you could get on an ocean liner in April of 1912, fall in love with a man in steerage, let him draw you naked, learn how to spit like a man, and then you guys could get busy in a car, which is very exciting. And then you could say, you know what, you've helped liberate me, good day. I just think that, you know.
Totally.
Yeah.
This works for me a lot.
Oh.
So you can try that.
Dang, Michelle.
Also, if they're in front of their door and they're fiddling with their keys, they know where their keys are. They have felt the threat of a serial killer after them. They are giving you time.
Oh, I don't know which house key is here. It's a car key and a house key. I will never know. Please kiss me. Hello.
See,
Wow.
this is such a good example of how I would have never seen either of those things as the proper time to make a move. I would just be like, oh, Michelle has hair that's uncomfortable in front of her face, and Kacie can't. She's terrible with keys. They are sweet people.
I'm right there with you. Like, you could literally say something very overtly sexual to me, and I'll be like, oh, that's funny. Thank you. And then I would right over my head. Like, if you're not right to the point, what's the point?
By the way, Sarah said, I'm so sorry. Go ahead, Kacie.
Oh, I was going to say, years and years ago, I misunderstood someone saying, you want to come in for coffee? And I was like, no, it's like 10 o'clock at night. I didn't. So I was like, that's a stupid idea. I'm wicked literal right now. Good night. And like, dang it.
Well, now I'm thinking that one time, I had this one time where I like challenged this guy I liked in school to like a drinking contest, and we were both super drunk, and he left his sweater in my apartment and came back. I wasn't wearing any pants, and I just let him come in and get his sweater and leave, and now I'm like, oh, was that a ploy? I don't know.
When he like
Well, did he
Hansel
do
and
this?
Gretel's his
Was he
stuff
like-
to your house.
Yeah, I feel like I left my sweater.
I don't
Dayna,
know.
or-
I was just really drunk, and he came back when I was all by myself. Everyone had left. I don't know.
Did he strike a pose in the doorway? Like, I left my sweater.
I was very busy trying to hide behind the door because I had no pants on.
Yeah, this is the hey, it's on tonight kind of.
She opened up the door a little bit and went, yeah. And he said, I left my sweater behind. And then Dayna opened up the door fully and she was like, I have no pants on.
No, I hid behind the door the whole time. Like, sure, come right in and then leave quickly.
Sarah just wanted to say that she appreciated your advice because she would wait right before the school year ended in junior high and high school, and then the rejection faded by September.
I did that with high school and with college and with law school. Go to school. Like, that's really the best advice for getting rejected. Okay, I like this one that we got in the comments. What's a nice gift to give someone besides flowers? Like, I know personally for me that, like, when I give gifts, it's not necessarily about the specifically the what or like how much it costs. It's really more about like I want it to be special and show that it's being thoughtful to something like specific to that person. So it could be something really simple as like, oh, they were complaining about how they don't have enough gum in the office, so you buy them a pack of gum to keep at their desk. Or like, you know, maybe they like an activity and you buy them a gift card to go do that activity because you know how much they like it. So I think like the best kind of gifts are just like simple, thoughtful things that show that like you're listening to them and paying attention. And I think people like that.
Just to piggyback on that, Dayna, I'm a very pragmatic person myself, and I just like to get pragmatic gifts. I like to get things like, I mean, in this day and age, toilet paper. Be an amazing gift. But things like tissue, napkins, pretty much any paper gift. Just any gift made of paper. Just sometimes I like to get just like those 3-hole punch binder sheets of paper, and just give those out individually. You never know when you'll need to write something down. And the fact that it has those little blue lines on the 3-hole paper, that's super convenient, right?
Yeah. Because then you can read more easily. And you love.
I mean, if you just gave someone a blank piece of paper as a gift, what kind of jerk are you? How are they supposed to write?
No.
Write the grocery list. Hello? Yeah. I get you, Josh. Josh, you guys speak my love language. Practical, pragmatic gifts. The last thing I gave Emma was paper towels. That was cool.
I mean, nothing says I love you than let's be clean together. Let's clean the world.
Let's soak up this love.
Go ahead. Soak it up, yeah. Or just of other practical gifts by extension, like go to my tax appointment for me. File those for me. The chores you don't want to do. I can't think of any other chores I don't want to do, but that's a big one.
I have a dirty bathroom. Give me the gift of a clean bathroom.
It's beautiful. But then there's more time for us.
I think Kacie is trying to say that she's giving them the gift of the thing that they're doing for you. It's like, hey, doing my taxes is my gift to you.
Right. I want full
like
transparency of my financial situation. I want you to know what you're getting into. So I gift you the ability to do my taxes for me.
That's personal. That's
that's really
core of you.
Yeah.
That would be a green Post-it for me.
Right.
For sure.
Oh, I
Not a red flag.
Because I mean, you're not sharing your financial information with just anyone. You're not telling just anyone how much money you make.
But you know what would make it easier to do the taxes is if you had pieces of paper that had horizontal lines
Yes.
that allowed you to place, different numerals on different lines.
I see it.
Okay, well, I think we got some great gift ideas out there. Okay. Let's go with this one. I like this one also that we got in the comments. How do you know if your date is hot if they're wearing a mask? I mean, personally, unless you guys have something, I've read, because I read a lot of these because I'm really smart, a sign of high intelligence is that you overlook physical looks for like the inside of a person. So if anything, I feel like not being able to see how hot your date is actually going to help you get to know each other and open up. Like, I've definitely had experiences where like I thought someone was hot and they turned out to be really dumb and boring, or I thought someone was really hot, but I was like, no, I'm not gonna fall for that. But then you get to know them and you're like, okay, your personality is great, now I'm on board, kind of thing. So like, let's maybe not worry about the face.
Yeah.
I agree.
If you were feeling shallow, though, they do sell those masks that have the clear window in them. So you could see minus this like square, so they could be hiding a weird magician's facial hair that goes over the nose, but you could see a lot of that face if you're like, hey, I got these masks in bulk because I like practical gifts. I got you the see-through ones, the clear ones. That could be really, sneaky to figure out if they're hot under the mask. Mm-hmm. Or you go like, how many years of braces do you have? Do you still wear your retainer? No, that's gone? Okay. Hello, Snaggletooth.
Yeah, to piggyback on Kacie's, Kacie's method of finding out about a person's under mask looks or what have you, I'm very much into people having all their teeth. Mm-hmm. So I think that's kind of like I don't know necessarily if that's a deal breaker for me, because I like people that can chew and enjoy a meal with me, and preferably like their own teeth, like their original God-given teeth. Sure, you can have some dental work and stuff like that, but I'm talking like not dentures per se. So I like to go, right up to people, and I just say, hey, you got all your teeth underneath that mask? Mm-hmm. And if the answer is yes, that's a green Post-it note.
Yeah. Josh, definitely walk right up to the person. You could touch their mask.
Not even 6 feet, just like inches.
You can feel their face and feel the shape. And then if you are still not sure, step back 6 feet. Be like, rip your mask off and let me see your face. And then if you're a safe distance and no one else is around, I would take my face mask off.
No one else might work. If you wanted to be a little more covert about it, you would go to like a Golf Land Sunsplash or anywhere that has those arcade type games. And there's one that it's a photo booth, and you take a photo with your friend and it blends it to show you what the baby would look like. I remember doing this in middle school. What you need to do is get photos of their parents, hold them up in the photo booth as though they're there, and then you'll see the blend, and then you need to go to an FBI sketch artist, and you need to have an age progression done. Yeah. And then you just say, do I like this sketch?
I like
your
things.
Your friendly FBI sketch artist, they don't get to draw a lot of the face right now, so they're looking for more work.
So two things. One thing, first off, Joe wants to know if he can eat that cupcake that's in the fridge.
I just saw that.
Oh, that's hilarious.
For anyone else?
No, you can have that. Enjoy. Can I have the leftover of the rainbow sprinkle cookie then?
There you go. That's love,
That's
guys.
That's beautiful.
Second, what in the fudge is summer tea?
Oh, what are summer?
It's a bunch of summer teeth. No.
Is it like the leaves on a
I don't
tree?
like the sound of
Like
that.
they fall off in the winter?
Is that what summer teeth is?
I looked it up on Rotten Tomato. It's right here, or not Rotten Tomato, Urban Dictionary.
Dictionary.
Yeah, I don't know why I said Rotten Tomato. It's one person that is missing teeth either by extraction or rotten and poor hygiene. So
Oh, rotten
there you
tomato.
go.
It's like I give that certified rotten.
Yeah.
I give that.
Yeah.
Well, because I just looked it up too. So part of the pun is there are summer her teeth here, or like summer teeth here, summer teeth here, summer teeth here.
Wow.
That's not my pun. That's some Google research right there.
Summer teeth.
Somewhere there, somewhere.
Oh, that's
Okay. I think we got a lot of great tips now.
A lot.
This is pretty good.
Yeah.
So
Okay. So I'm gonna go into some of the questions we got on our Facebook. So here's another one we got. How do you not overthink in romance? How do you keep yourself from overthinking in romance?
Yeah.
I saw that.
Don't overthink it, Joe. Just eat the cookie.
yeah, just eat the cookies. Just whatever you want.
Whatever.
I said enjoy in the
You know,
chat.
listen. It's always better to apologize than to have to ask permission.
No, you do that at work. You don't do that in your relationships.
It's easier to ask forgiveness than permission.
Especially when there's a cupcake
At
in there.
work.
Yeah, don't do that in your relationship.
Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah, don't.
But it's okay to do it with cupcakes. So just eat the goddamn cupcake.
I already
Go for
said
it.
it was okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
he's-
but she prefaced it with, "Hey, just save me the sprinkle cookie." So it was kind of like not just a free range have the cupcake. There was an addendum. There was like a secondary clause.
I think, in my legal opinion, this was not a contract to trade a cupcake for a cookie. Those were two separate inquiries. Kacie gave permission for the cupcake. But I also don't think that's legally binding, so if she wants to retract it, she can do that now.
Okay,
Joe?
I take it all back. Yeah, I think when it comes, you
Cookie's
don't
gone.
Yeah.
mess with a woman's cupcake is what I've.
He's running upstairs. I hear him. What are you doing?
Where's the cupcake from? That's a very important
Oh,
detail.
so the cupcake and the cookies, there's a bite missing.
Oh, that's.
I didn't know there was jelly in it.
Oh. No.
I'm all sticky.
Serves you right for eating them both, Joe.
yeah.
So, that is thick icing.
Yeah.
No, like,
I love you.
Love you. Have a good one. So those are the like the favors. My dad had a very tiny COVID conscious and conscientious, whatever you want to call it, COVID safe wedding ceremony this past Sunday. So in my family, in 6 weeks, it's me, then my dad, then my sister.
everyone's getting married.
Oh, that's right. I remember that.
Yeah, so my sister's the first weekend of April, and my dad's was very, very tiny, masked the whole time, socially distanced, itty bitty group. And at the end, we got cupcakes and cookies, and it was like, okay, thank you, bye. We'll party in a year. We're like, okay, cool. So it was cute.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And Sarah was right. It was a gift, so now Joe is legally the owner of that cupcake.
That's fine. You can enjoy it.
Unless he gives it back to you.
You did, yeah. So it's hers
Yeah.
It's
now.
got the jelly in the middle. I'm okay.
No.
The vanilla one was great. And my sister got the chocolate one and she said that was good. And I was like, oh, strawberry. Let's go for like a Neapolitan dry. No.
I'm
Here's the hot
so
tip.
hungry right now. My mouth is starting to water.
At our house,
Here's
we
a hot
have the
tip.
Neapolitan ice cream sandwiches if you want one. You can swing by on your way home and like
Drive by.
COVID chuck it out the door.
Kacie, if there's ever anything that you don't want Joe to touch, Just cover it in jelly or jam.
Jelly in it.
Learn in this situation.
Right. So I'll have like a dupe jelly jar, and I'll hide.
It doesn't even
Girl
have
Scout.
to be dupe. You just cover whatever is most precious to you in jelly or jam, Kacie.
You can put it in a jar and then put that jar in the jelly or jam.
In the jelly.
Yeah.
That's a flex, yeah.
He's like, I don't want to get sticky.
Okay, so let's get back to our. This is all very important things for love. But let's get back to our question. How do we not overthink in romance?
You don't analyze the legality of a cupcake. How do you not overanalyze?
How do you not overanalyze?
Looks like we all overanalyze.
Right.
Yeah, I'm definitely an overanalyzer for sure.
Well, from my research that I've done, no, I'm very bad at that. Like, I am definitely an overthinker. I get in my head a lot. I've made a lot of stupid things. I've messed some stuff up because I couldn't get out of my head. But then after the fact, I did some research, and the thing that I've read that I haven't put into practice yet because there's a quarantine is that if you focus on being in the moment and you really just focus on engaging with the person and getting to know them and being authentically getting to talk to them and and listening to what they say, you'll get out of your head and you'll just enjoy having a real genuine human connection, and supposedly that works.
Dayna, I think that's a great idea. I think what I'm gonna do from here on out is I'm going to plan every 10 seconds in a journal of my relationship with my wife. Every 10 seconds, because I want to be present, but I want to also plan. So I'm gonna plan in 10-second increments. What we're gonna do. And for those 10 seconds or less, we'll be in the moment, but we'll also be planning the moment. Maybe I'm overthinking it. I'm not sure.
You could also check in at a high frequency and say, are you okay? Are you okay with me? Are we okay?
Mm-hmm.
And then you could wait about 10 minutes and ask again. That could be good, because then you get a solid answer every time.
I love that. I actually have this great sleep, a high frequency that is underlaid with me just saying, "Do you like me? Can you tell me how much you like me when you wake up? Where's this going? And I like chocolates from Ginger Elizabeth." And that's playing under some white noise. And it just kind of, when your partner falls asleep listening to those kinds of things, they then take the initiative to really lay it all out for you. And you can have those authentic moments when really you've just crafted authentic moments.
If you're me, you don't have any partners yet because you can't get that far. Maybe what you need to do, when you're interacting with someone you find attractive or someone you're trying to get to know, you need to draft a survey, right, that you carry with you that has some more generic questions about please rate this interaction. How interested are you in this person? Are you more or less interested now than when you started? Maybe you have some certain quirks. I know that when I get nervous, I'd try to make fun of guys and end up being mean to them instead. Maybe I could put a question on there of hey, were the insults cute and adorable or were they mean? Kind of that way. And maybe you're not overthinking it. You just don't have the data to tell you that you're thinking it at the right level.
Yeah.
That's the thing is I'm super passive, so I think I would actually just hire a research company to, to maybe just call in once every other day, and ask my partner those very same questions, on a scale of 1 to 10, how do you find your partner, annoying, being 1, super awesome being 10, You know, just do a whole bunch. You know, in fact, maybe just like an email, so there wouldn't even have to be any sort of you know, talking.
You could do a Google form and you could have them submit anonymously, and then they could edit after they submit if their answers change, and you'll get a running report of every time they've answered the survey. Or you could prepare about yourself like a mega binder, like a dossier of here is me, here is my past trauma, here are my triggers, here is my truth, here is my family history. Here you go. And it could just, you could exchange dossier binders and then like do comprehension quizzes about each other. That could be really good. And then you're not overthinking it because you go, oh, in chapter 2, subsection 3, you did mention a fear of inflatable balloons. I understand. Yes, I understand now why we don't want one for our birthday. I got you. You're right. It was in the dossier.
And maybe a way to like incentivize it, you can take from like gamify it a little bit maybe, and like for every like quiz you take or every page you read, you get like 50 cents, and then you just like Venmo them a steady stream,
Like
you know,
reward
so that
Or
way
it's like your date fund.
yeah.
Yeah, like every time they take the quiz, you know, they could earn like Starbucks.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I like that on Tom.
I think we just solved a romance, guys.
I think we did it. I think we have to prepare reports on ourselves and then give those reports to other people and have comprehension quizzes. You know, Kahoot's a great free program. It's an interactive, fun little quiz. Your children probably know this for school. And, you know, could work out really great.
Nice. Okay, I love it. We just keep coming up with not only some great advice, but like some great business ideas on
Well,
the
there's
show.
several things here too. Like Joe said, "Oh yeah, the Kacie binder." So Joe's definitely come across this before. Shirley had a good way of dealing with things like this, not overthinking. She said, "Just get high, and you won't overthink anything," which for me is the exact opposite. So I get paranoid, and then it doesn't help anything. And I don't know if this is this isn't really for this themed show, but it might be a good question in the future. This is a big one. It said, if you had to choose, would you rather have the world's first talking dog, but it's always gossiping about you, or live with a tiny gnome? Oh no, it went away. Or live with a tiny gnome in your pocket, constantly reminding you of your death. So I think that for maybe you didn't know. No.
I was thinking
It's always
towards
good to know.
gnome, too.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
No, I picked the dog.
Yeah,
I
me
don't need to
too.
know the death is imminent. It's fine.
What are you gonna gossip about me? I don't do anything. There's like 3 things, and people probably already figured them out by
Dogs
now.
find ways all
then
the
it
time.
could-
Those freaking dogs.
Yeah.
But if it's gossiping about you, you could kind of use that as like, I can let go of my anxiety because you're already, it's not my business. That's just you being a jerk. And it could be really liberating.
Dogs are pretty vicious, though, man.
I want more people to
Get your
gossip
name
about
out,
me.
out your mouth, dog. You get my name out your mouth.
By the way, the Casey's binder was 4 volumes. 4 volumes. Man, oh man.
Nice.
No, those are just the scrapbooks my mom made about my life.
Oh,
It's funny how she put all your past trauma, like.
yeah.
Actually, though, in one of my scrapbooks, she did put Casey's first car accident, and that was a whole 2 pages because I had backed the truck out of the garage, trying not to hit her car, and trying not to hit the lip of the garage, and trying not to hit the car that was in the 3rd spot, and I wedged the bumper of the truck on the wheel well of the other car, and they were locked on each other like this, and I had my license for 3 days.
Oh.
Oh.
And I was
But
late
she,
to
like,
school.
she had the fortitude to take a picture of it
She
and
did.
then get those little things that you put on the side of the pictures
Yes.
that hold them in the frame thing. She probably even got like a cricket and cut out.
Yes. She has one, yes. So there's a beautiful photo of me at 16 against the side of my truck like this. Like, damn it.
Aw.
And she told me I couldn't leave and go to school because then it was officially hit and run.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
damn.
I was like, oh,
Those are good memories. Those are good memories. They deserve to be in the scrapbook.
I didn't leave.
That's funny.
Now we know that Casey's got integrity.
Oh,
Someone
yes.
should marry that girl. Oh wait, he did.
Or I'm scared into being law abiding. I don't know.
Okay, I got so many more. We could keep going with this. Here's one that I think is fun. Is it better to be pursued or to be the pursuer?
I feel like
Josh's confident face.
I don't know. For me, I feel like when you know, and it's almost like an equal pursuit. There's never. I find I like to be a little more upfront about my feelings. So I don't think that there's like a better option. I think it's just kind of based on the person's personality. What do you think, Josh?
I actually like to be pursued, but what I actually like is if you put both of us out in the forest, and I just like to call it the most dangerous game. And if the person really wants to get with me, they will hunt me down. Like a man versus man kind of situation. I will put myself in full, full leaves and garb, and I'll crawl on the ground in the forest, and if they find me, hey, they got me.
I also see that sounding almost like a version of Predator. Like Josh is covering himself in mud, and he's like, "If you really want me, if you're really worthy, you'll find me."
Yeah. I say, come get me, come get me. Let's go to the chopper.
I was thinking along similar lines when you were talking about being in the woods, but I didn't make it quite as morbid as a most dangerous game. But I was thinking between being the pursued and the pursuing or pursuer, how much cardio do you want to do? And I was really thinking about like a marathon. If you both signed up for the marathon, are you the faster runner? So then you'd have to be the one behind and you'd be pursuing. If you're the slower runner, you want to be the pursued. So you're like, just come get me. I can't catch up to you. It just sounds like, what's your cardio level at? That'll tell you which you want to be.
Nice. I like that as a metaphor more than literal. Like as an introvert, like I don't want to ever have to, like if I put myself out there, it's the most awkward thing that you've ever seen in your life. I can get affidavits to that, but I won't. And I definitely think like every person should have a rating as far as like their introversion or extroversion. You should know. If you are more introverted than someone, it's your responsibility. Like if you have to show up to my house because I refuse to leave my house, that's what you got to do. Like you don't want to see that. I don't want to have to be the one to do it. Like you should just know, right? And you should have this conversation with everyone you know. The very first thing you should be like, "Hello, my name is Dayna. I am a very strong introvert. What about you?" Like I think it's very important.
Roy Dunk says she wants to see a Comedy Spot dating show with you as the Bachelorette, Dayna.
Oh my god.
That's
Oh my
right.
god, that's such a good idea.
But what if I've already done like the math on that?
The math? What are you talking about? The math?
No, like, well, anytime like when you're single for a long time, you're really smart. As soon as you like meet people, you start to intake data and you run it against the like things that you're looking for in a man, and then you decide which ones like the numbers don't match, and then no.
Yeah, I don't want to hear anything. I don't want to hear anything about data or math or anything.
With like ABC Network, which is Disney, with Disney level funding, with whoever's going to replace Chris Harrison, because he's done some no-nos. I think Brian's the Chris Harrison. We could arrange some epic dates in Midtown. This could be, I mean, of course, post-COVID, because we don't have a whole resort we can lock down.
I love setting people
Great idea.
up. I love talking to couples.
I mean, Kacie knows I already have like a bachelorette like gown that I bought for a sketch.
We played this. We played it in a show once.
Oh,
I'm
shit.
for it.
Well, guess what's going to happen? Yeah, we're
Or
going to do
if you're feeling more introverted, we could prepare these dossier binders on all these potential and then you could have all the data you wanted, and you are an avid reader, you could just start to skim and scan. We could even give you like the Spark Notes or Lit Charts
I'd
version.
make a spreadsheet, and I could like have the like point.
Yes. And we could talk about, you know, relationships with families. You
Fine.
know,
It's not going to be a
lifetime
dating show.
aspirations.
It's just going to be a date for Dayna show. That's what it's going to be called. Date for
Data
Dayna.
for data.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's do
Data
a
for
different
Dayna.
But I
We'll
have
call
lots
it
of empty
date-
binders in my classroom, so just let me know.
Yeah.
I love a good binder.
Oh, I got plenty. You want some? I really do have a lot.
You know what's great inside binders? They have the 3 punches
Yes.
in the binder. If you could just find paper that maybe have lines on it and 3 holes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's a good gift.
Oh, Brian's got a binder. Oh, shoot.
Because you
Ryan's
can
doing a
print
little burlesque
spreadsheets.
with the binder.
Yeah. Look at it. Huh? Huh? Let's put some stuff in this binder, huh? I've got a screenplay in here right now. So that's what's
Fun.
happening.
Do you want some binders?
Oh, Kacie outbindered me.
How about, I love this one. I have used this.
Oh,
So if
yeah.
you want
I thought
that,
those
or
were
if you're
your
like-
past trauma binders. Okay.
No. So that one does address past trauma. Or this one. Do you want this one? It's very full. I have lots of ideas.
No, that one has too many rings.
Ooh, I like English and language.
I've got this
What? The
small.
language of love.
Look at this one. You could put things in the pocket. I
Love
love
it.
binders like that.
Me too. Yeah.
Or Dayna, do you want to learn about expository reading and writing? There might be like several authors in here. I don't use this one because I don't teach sophomores. But
I
if you
express
want it,
myself a lot better in writing than I do talking aloud. I think we've got time for 1 or 2 more topics. I want to make sure that all of my friends are having a good time with their show.
Scrap the screenplay, Brian. Dayna needs a man.
So speaking
We're
of
all on
Kareen asked earlier on the
Uh-huh.
Facebook post,
Topic changer.
when's a good time to introduce your partner to your family? I feel like once I get one, I need to introduce him to my family, right? So when's a good time to do that?
Never.
There's a
Never.
lot. Yeah, there's a lot of factors, and if you're really close with your family and you feel like this person really would meld, there's really no timeline. I guess it's a matter of talking to your partner about how they're feeling about it. I definitely think it's something that should be not sprung on somebody or surprise.
I'm actually gonna respectfully dissent on that one.
Oh,
Michelle.
good.
And I say that, hey, if you get me, you get my family. What I like to do is I like to just make every first date just a dinner over at the parents' house. Take a look at our future, babe. And
I think-
if she's with it, there might be some potential there. And if she's not, well, then she's gotta go.
I think if, there's radical change happening in your community and tomorrow's a really big day and you only have one day more and then you're going to be storming this barricade, it's probably really important to meet her father because you're going to get potentially mortally wounded, and you're going to need him to already have a relationship with you, so he will rescue you, carry you through the sewers of France so that you can escape, bemoan the death of all your friends in these empty chairs at empty tables because you weren't the one who was waving the red flag, so you get to survive. But for the sake of your own survival, you probably do need to meet one of the parents so you can be carried to refuge through the sewers of France.
Yeah, I think that's great.
In my experience, family is good for like one thing more than anything else, and that's presents, right? Because the bigger family you have, the more presents you get. So you only want to introduce your partner at prime present receiving times. So that's either you're getting married or you're going to have a kid. They don't necessarily have, you can do either one in whatever order you want, but that is the first time you should be introducing your partner to your family because you need those gifts. Because that way they don't know if they like your partner yet or not, so they can't like skimp on the gifts.
Yeah, probably.
Or go ahead, Josh.
The marriage one, who knows? Whatever.
Yeah. Or if like you're gonna enter to be on a season of Survivor and it's one of those family blood seasons, but they're doing it all within your family and their family, they probably should meet first so they can form proper alliances. So when you guys reach the merge, your couplehood is prioritized and everybody's fighting to get you two into the final three.
That's great.
Or maybe the trick is that your partner has already met your family before you'd start dating because, and hear me out, what if you're already part of the same family and you just start dating? That way you don't have to meet each other's family you already have. And it's like way easier that way because you already love each other. Like everyone already loves both of you.
I like it.
That's not weird at all.
No.
And then you could also go into your local library's archives, check out the family history binders of everyone's dossiers, so you know who has crossed blood paths with whom. You know if you want to enter into this like Habsburg Spanish style relationship, or if you go, that lower jaw is just not for me. That's fine
Kacie,
too.
I think this is the quickest way for you to have kids with summer teeth.
With summer teeth. So the incestuous family archive dossier binders would tell you, don't go for it because they're gonna have summer teeth.
Right.
Got it. Okay.
It's legitimately true that in the state of California you can marry your first cousin, so don't rule it out.
Wow.
That sounds like in Mean Girls when she goes, well, you have your cousin and then you have your first cousin and then you have your second. And they go, no, Karen. Oh, really? You can't? Why? Why would you want that?
Why? Yeah.
I don't know.
Money.
Well, maybe in the gold rush times, there were very few women at that time. They were a hot commodity, and you don't want to rule out any ones that you can get. So they were like, we're going to make this easy on you guys. Have some
no
cousins.
one's revisited that rule. They're just like, 1800s? Let's keep that one.
Let's keep it.
Okay.
Wow.
I think we've
Love is
hit
love,
the end
guys.
of our
Love is
show. It is 8:30.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're coming up on the end. That was good. I learned a lot tonight, you guys. That was
I
really
learned
good.
so much.
Yeah.
I think we helped a lot of people find love, and like we reaffirmed the love in our lives. Like that's
Agreed.
really something.
I think that if you'd like to date Dayna, please email the Comedy Spot. laugh@comedysspot.com. Please send a headshot
And a dossier.
and a dossier.
Binder.
Some past dating data that Dayna can look through.
If you've taken any IQ tests,
Yes.
that would be very helpful. Any standardized tests.
Yes.
Are you still into the Myers-Briggs ones? Would you want to know that?
Yes. If you've taken the Myers-Briggs, if not, I'll have to analyze you for you, which takes a little bit longer.
By the way, analyze means sex to Dayna. So,
That's not what I mean at all.
That's not true.
I'm gonna turn very red.
She's like, that's not true. Yeah.
But if
It's like the opposite of true, Brian.
but I am serious. If you want to date Dayna, email us at laugh@comediespot.com. I will pass it on, but we do need some hard data on you.
Yes.
We're very protective of Dayna. Don't be an asshole.
Totally.
That's very
Yeah,
important.
don't be some sort of weird robot that's just trying to get her to sign up for some pyramid scheme.
Yeah.
Please be between the ages of 27 and 40.
That's a good range.
All right. That's good. Yeah. Yeah. That's good. Anything else? I mean, you might as well put in the.
This is the point where I tell Kareen, put the safe word in the comments. This is going too far.
Safe word in the comments.
Well, I would like to thank Josh, Michelle, and Kacie for being here tonight. I picked you three because you guys are adorable, and I hope to have a relationship and a partner as cute as all of you guys one day. You're very special to me. Thank you for giving us great advice. And thank you, Brian, for doing the tech.
No worries.
Megan's right.
Yeah, no dick
That's
pics.
automatic disqualification.
yeah, you're
Red
out.
flag.
Thank you.
Yeah. Well, eggplant is the
That's your safe
word.
word?
Now I realize that's probably.
That's not a good safe word.
With the emoji, it's
Yeah, now it's a party. It's not a safe word, that's an orgy.
Yeah.
It was a very, I had a very long day today.
Yeah, we should.
A lot of data.
We should pick another safe word.
learn a
Roll
lot.
the music, Ryan. Roll the music.
Okay, yeah.
Goodbye,
everybody.
everybody. Aww.